blank where the view is nothing less than phenomenal. For how I express and project from my abdominal. The only view better, both my daddy and my mama know. No living parents, my sons give me balance. My wife is my serenity, this mic is my identity. The world is foul enough, that's why I write without obscenities. Provoking danger with broken language and spoken anguish. Begging to get hurt, why would you ask to go through changes? Yes, Lord, life's a chessboard, master the angles. Control the tempo, be the one who holds the info. Acknowledge is just as deadly as machete swings. When spoken, the truth is as potent as that Medellin. While others swear the style is free, I just let it ring. Our time is undervalued, soldiers make us better kings. My family's on my shoulder, reaching after better things. Today I take the shot, for them I'd rather set the screen.
My mama told me follow my dreams. My daddy told me get it by any means. Stand tall, make him bow to a king. But I've evolved, you can see the result. Look in my eyes when you speaking to God.
Life and for those who we caught up in using what I was taught with the muse. I guess they call it proving I'm more than an artist. Penciling out my darkest while stenciling out a harvest. And storing what gets me from A to B just like garages. Instrumental with collages. Envision what I've been drawing. Broadway to give you rhythm like the great Lena on. So bent on, found comfort in the storm. Find peace and on when you see them others perform. Organized chaos, I'll cast it like hey ya.
Yo, party people in the place to be. What's good? It is the number one Chief Rocket Knicks Universe, your main man, Uncle Freezy, and welcome to the premier Knicks in the Nighttime show, the Knicks at Night podcast, where we talk that talk the way that you guys like to have that talk to y'all. Man, IKBM Dre is in the building. Chef NYK is in the building. Alfonso Scott. Mr. Scott was good. King Embit is in the building. Andios was good. D Hall was good. So we indeed have a lot of stuff to talk about, man. We have a lot of stuff to talk about and get off our mind. Billy Goat is in the building. Man, what's good, everybody? It's good to see y'all. We got a lot of stuff to talk about. The first thing I want to say is I'm excited about the win tonight, man. Nothing but positives from me in terms of the way the team played and fought tonight. Nothing but positives. You know, man, this team could have easily just laid it down like a do-rag and some grease, and they didn't. Knicks for life is in the building. Man, we won against the number 2 seed in our conference on their floor with our best player out. Their best player was out too, but our best player played 1 minute. And it was an injury-riddled minute. Right? I think Josh Hart really stepped up tonight. I think Josh Hart is really proving that extension that the Knicks signed him to is he might be worth it and might be worth it. If we're gonna get this type of Josh Hart on a nightly basis, then I honestly believe that Josh Hart might be worth the $18 or $19 million. You know, he's gonna get paid next year and going forward. Right, so salute, man. Dante DiVincenzo, before tonight's game, in the last 5 games, Dante DiVincenzo was 32 of 82 from the field. Dante DiVincenzo was shooting 39% from the floor before tonight's game, and then Dante really stepped up in tonight's game. Dante really stepped up, man. Shout out to Precious Achua, who to me balled out. Everything is not going to be in the stat book for Precious, but Precious did a lot of little things tonight, man. Shout out to Precious. Man, a lot of people stepped up tonight, man. A lot of people stepped up tonight. Yeah. A lot of people. It was a strange night, man. It was a very, very strange night, man. San Antonio beat Indiana. That was strange. Philly beat Dallas. That was strange. saw one other thing. Yeah, Philly beating Dallas. That was strange. Boston blowing out Golden State by 50. I think Boston is trying to send a message. Boston is trying to send a message to the rest of the league, but Boston, we're here for it. But tonight we beat the number 2 team in the East. And even the most even those that like to complain a lot can't really complain about what they saw tonight. Excuse me, y'all. I was good, man. And then all of a sudden I come in here and I get a case of the yawns. Sorry about that, everybody. Nick G in the building. Craig in the building. John Smith. Mr. Smith, what's good? I don't know what buttons Tibbs was pressing tonight offensively. It just looked like those guys were just trying to play together. It just looked like role players with high IQ just generating offense. It didn't look like a master class offensively. So it didn't look like a master class offensively. It just looked like a bunch of high IQ dudes. It looked like a bunch of experienced dudes just going out there and just playing off instincts. Right. That's what it looked like. That's what it looked like to me. The Jalen Brunson injury, y'all know how I feel about Knicks and injuries, right? The Jalen Brunson injury, I'm not gonna lie to you, just like a lot of you guys, when I saw it happen, I think we all were in the same boat of maybe our worst nightmare is coming true. Right? When we saw it happen, we were like, oh no, is our worst nightmare coming true? Right. So luckily, or fortunately, it may not be something serious. Brunson may miss a few games. But I was talking to Todd Barbie earlier tonight about it seems as if every time we bring in reinforcements, somebody else goes down. Right? Every time we bring in reinforcements for the previous injury, somebody else gets hurt. Billy Go asks, is it true that we're signing Shake Milton? That is the rumor. Once he clears waivers, and I think there's a 48-hour window for you to clear waivers. Once he clears waivers, I think the word on the street is that we'll be signing Shake Milton. And I'm excited about Shake Milton too. I have a Shake Milton take. Right? I have a Shake Milton take. Right? But for right now, I just want to clear the air. Let's not panic on the Jalen Brunson injury. Let's hope that the Knicks organization is not pulling a Mitchell Robinson where, they say he's okay, and then 2 days later you find out Mitch is out for the season. or Derrick Rose, hey, he's going in for cleanup surgery, and then you find out he's out till after the All-Star break. Or an OG Anunoby, he's a game time decision, and then the day of the deadline, you find out OG Anunoby has had surgery and he's out such and such weeks. So I want to trust the Knicks organization with the injuries. I don't want to be negative with it. I understand. I think a few people have talked to me about the gamesmanship, about not letting other teams know so that they can plan, the gamesmanship with injuries and such. So I'm hoping that what they're saying is not a part of that. I hope Brunson, maybe misses, maybe ices up or whatever and sits out a game and then, comes back relatively healthy. But I did see Dante DiVincenzo limping a few times also. I did see Dante, and you know what? Hey, Smith, you beat me to it. Smith beat me to it. Smith said, okay, there it is. Okoro tried the same move on Dante. I saw Dante limping. I think that was the second quarter. So Justo 1-1. Thank you for the generous contribution. Or why do I say that? Why did I say that? I'm sorry. Justo 1-1 is in the building. I'm assuming my bad, Justo. You ain't gotta do what you. I saw your name and it just rolled off the tongue. I'm sorry. Justo 1-1, my brother. We got to get you back on a panel so that we can hear your takes, is probably what I was thinking, and then my tongue said something else. We got to get Justo back up here on the panel, man, so he can talk here with us. I like being on the panel I like Justo and when Ivory 10 be up here too. Like they real passionate about their takes. Big Buddy is in the building. Big Buddy says, Nick head coach told star point guard Jalen Brunson suffered a knee contusion during the game. He underwent X-rays. They came back negative. Yeah, I saw that. I think you copied that. You may have copied that verbatim because I saw it written the same way. Somewhere else. So I'm excited about the win tonight. I'm asking you guys, how do you guys feel about beating Cleveland? Cleveland! This is for you! So I think we had the tiebreaker on Cleveland. So that feels good. And IKB and Dre says Tibbs is usually never that candid post game about injuries. I'm still, I understand all the facts and stuff. I'm still just gonna play it by ear. I'm still waiting to see. I understand like the patterns and behaviors and systems and standards and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? I'm still gonna play it by ear though. I'm just gonna wait until Tuesday or Wednesday. You know, because I know everybody's going to be reporting on it tomorrow about what the Knicks said. Jalen Brunson's going to be fine. So I'm just gonna wait, right? I'm not gonna say anything negative, right? I just want to see things for what they are. The fact that Deuce McBride played 47 minutes. Deuce McBride played 47 minutes, had 16 points and 5 assists. Deuce McBride played 4 times as many minutes as Alec Burks. And Isaiah Hartenstein had 8 assists tonight. Hartenstein in 23 minutes, excuse me, y'all, had 7 rebounds. What it is I'm fasting right now. Any of y'all in here fast? Any of y'all in here like do fasting and stuff? So I'm fasting right now, and all of a sudden my body is like, Yeah, for those that try to take care of their body, I'm just asking a friend about the fasting thing, because I'm not really. I do it occasionally, but I'm not really great at it. In case you can't tell, I'm still an extra large human being. So yeah, I'm trying to fast, trying to get down, trying to get more athletic and stronger. But anyway, back to these Knicks though. Back to these Knicks, man. Adam is in the building. Adam, what's good, man? Tibbs is in the building. Salute, Tibbs. Yo, that's hilarious. That's hilarious. Yeah, man. So my thing on Shake Milton is this. There are players around the league, and you'll hear me say their names randomly, occasionally. You'll hear me say certain names, and as time goes on and these players get older and older, you'll hear me bring in new sets of names, right? Like when I was saying Shake Milton's name, so when I used to say Shake Milton's name, there were other players that I liked also that may not have worked out, like Josh Jackson from Kansas, the super athletic small forward out of Kansas, Josh Jackson. I liked De'Aaron Fox at one point, long time ago. Shake Milton is in that group of guys a long time ago. And another name from that era, Anthony Simons. Right. So Anthony Simons is a name that you hear me talk about then and now. Recently you heard me say names like Trey Mann, Kai Jones, Trey Murphy, Herb Jones. Well, Shake Milton used to be in that group of names that I felt like in the right situation could be developed into a guy, right? Like he is one of those guys that I felt like if in the right situation could become a guy. And those that know you know the names. Y'all remember Tony Roten? Tony Roten was a name that I liked from afar. Used to like Dante Exum was a name I liked when he was younger. In case y'all, I like the combo Swiss Army knife type players, right? The guys that have a position, but they can play and do like a lot of other things on the court. Like they have either a severe skill advantage or an athletic advantage. I feel like in the NBA, you have to have a natural built-in advantage, whether it's brute strength like Ben Wallace or strength and athleticism like Shaquille O'Neal, or like in the case of Tony Roten, a hyper 6'6" athlete that only needed to be taught the game. Right? It's the reason why I liked Kristaps Porzingis, right? Because he had a built-in advantage, a natural advantage. And so when we get to the point of a Shake Milton, I like Shake Milton because he's big enough, strong enough, athletic enough to do a lot of things on an NBA floor. Justo says Josh Hart pulls spider chain. That was crazy. LOL. Seeing that basically a Knicks bench packed up the Cavs is impressive, but felt just like last year. Thank you for that, Justo. We got to get you back on the panel at some point. I got to get a time. I got to get a time or something where you're available so that we can rock. I really enjoy it, man. You know, Justo and his takes, man. Thank you for continuing to support the channel, man. We love hearing your takes and stuff. And Billy Goat says Roten was like Trier, though. He wasn't passing a rock ever. Right. Didn't say right. I didn't say he was perfect. I knew he was raw. He and what's the guy from Orlando? They were a backcourt in college. Like 2 6'6" athletes. Terrence something, the dude from Orlando, wound up playing for Toronto and Phoenix. Terrence something. What's Terrence's last name? Terrence Terrence Ross. He used to kill the Knicks, bro. He used to kill the Knicks. But my point, though, yeah, Terrence Ross, that's him. The point, though, about Shake Milton. My point about Shake Milton is I liked him because he is one that, when given the opportunity, NBA politics aside, can go get his. NBA politics aside, when you just Shake Milton, to me, has always been a hooper. Terrence Ross. Yeah, that's him. That's him, Terrence Ross. I think Terrence Ross and Tony Roten were a backcourt in college. I think they went to Washington. I think they went to Washington. But the thing I like about what a Shake Milton brings, right? If he's still the same Shake Milton, I think he is. I think he might be the same player, right? I think what he brings to the table is a very good ball handler, not saucy, right? He's not going to be saucy, but he's going to be a very good ball handler for a big. Thus the nickname Shake. So he's going to be nice handles for a big guard. He'll be able to go get his own. He's a primary ball handler of sorts. A very good secondary ball handler of sorts. If you play he and Burks together, and where Burks can play off the ball, now you're talking about unlocking Alec Burks. You're talking about unlocking Bogdanovich. I think the addition of a Shake Milton is offensively, you know what you're going to get. Now, defensively, you know what you're going to get. So offensively, you know what you're going to get. But defensively, combo guards off the bench, defensively, you already know what you're going to get. Right? So if you're looking for lockdown defense and high rebound totals and all that, maybe once in a blue moon, maybe. Not even once in a blue moon, maybe 4 or 5 games a month you'll get above solid defense and rebounding and such. But my thing with a Shake Milton is this. I don't see a world where 13 players are going to play consistent minutes under Tom Thibodeau. You know? I don't see a world where Brunson, DiVincenzo, OG Anunoby, Julius Randle, Mitchell Robinson, Isaiah Hartenstein, Precious Achiuwa, Josh Hart, Bogey Bogdanovich, Alec Burks, Deuce McBride, Jericho Sims, and Shake Milton are all going to play. I don't see it. And I don't want to be negative about the roster, because that's not where I'm going. I'm just speaking from a simple basketball perspective, where I don't know if Tom Thibodeau is going to try to play all these guys. But clearly, tonight, we could have used a Shake Milton. We definitely could have used a Shake Milton tonight. Right? I think you can use a Shake Milton going forward. I think, in theory, Shake Milton might be an Alec Burks replacement even though I like what Alec Burks brings to a healthy New York Knicks team, I think you'll see Alec Burks get unlocked when Randall and OG Anunoby return. I think Alec Burks and Bogey are both the type of veterans that will thrive. And I say will thrive, and talking about going forward, I think they will thrive when all the veterans are in place, where the veteran superstars carry the load and the role players support. Once we get to that point, I think you'll see the Alec Burks and the Bogey come alive, right? Alec Burks didn't look terrible tonight. Bogey looked decent tonight. Deuce McBride looked decent tonight. Even though I think Deuce's offense and ball handling probably need some more confidence. And part of that has to do with Deuce being a very young player. I will say this, though. I do expect to see the same type of effort when we play Atlanta. When we play Atlanta, I think you'll see the Knicks really, really step up, man, and kind of flex a little bit. Because I think Atlanta is maybe kind of getting ready for Cancun. John 17 is in the building. What's good, man? Hey, if he's not hurt, man, listen, by all means, if he's not hurt, by all means. But what I will say, it was nice resting Brunson. If he's not hurt, it was nice resting Brunson. If he's not as hurt as what others think, and win an NBA game at the same time. The fact that we won against the number 2 seed in the Eastern Conference without our best player, puts the cherry on top for tonight for sure. Was glad to see Dante Divan slump. That was awesome to see. The fact that Josh Hart in the last 3 games, Josh Hart has 47 rebounds in the last 3 games. In the last 3 games, Josh Hart has 47 rebounds. The last 2 games, Josh Hart has led the team in assists. And I know there may be some Josh Hart critics out there. I'm one. There may be some Josh Hart critics out there, but over the last 3, 4, 5 games, you really can't criticize Josh Hart like that. Will Salkin is in the building. Will says, I get nervous when they say x-rays are negative. No one expects any broken bones in these situations. It's the stuff that comes up on the MRIs that's concerning. Oh no. You just made me nervous again, man. Okay. 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 Well, okay, you got me on it, because when you said x-rays, when I heard x-rays, I assumed everything was good. It didn't even dawn on me about MRI and soft tissue stuff. Allah Wise is in the building. Yeah, hey, I need some. Hey, Allah Wise, after this, if you're not busy, man, I need some advice on the fasting stuff. I definitely need some advice on the fasting. Because I got a lot of stuff going on. I have a lot of stuff going on, man. I'm injured right now, and I got another thing going on, man. I have a birth defect thing going on, a heart condition going on right now, too. So, I mean, and I'm not dying or nothing like that. It's just something, a little something. To Die For is in the building. What's He's like, sorry, yo, yeah. No. Listen, expand horizons, bro. I'm here for the intel, bro. I'm here for the knowledge. Bro. So it's like, whatever you got, bro, you know what I'm saying? Come with it. That's me. Yo, and otherwise, just real quick, bro. Somebody told me the other day that broccoli wasn't healthy for you. So now I feel like I've been eating the right thing, man, and I've been eating the wrong thing at the same time, like trying to do right but doing wrong. And John 17 says, but I thought Tibbs said it was confirmed as a knee contusion, which is basically nothing. Yeah, hey man, that's what I'm saying. I'm just gonna wait and see, man. Cause I'm just gonna I'm just gonna wait and see, man, and see what happens. Hopefully Brunson to be okay. Man. Hopefully Brunson is just like a contusion. Hopefully it's just that, and hopefully he'll be back in the blink of an eye. But we'll see. Yeah, we'll see. What else y'all got for me, man? Y'all mighty quiet in the chat, man. I thought we'd be excited. So we're not excited. I think what it is, I think we're excited, but we're nervous at the same time. We're glad to beat Cleveland, but we're nervous about Brunson. I'm honestly hoping that that my man will be all right. Adios, I see you. I spoke to like 11 or 12 Knicks people today, and everybody is telling me don't panic. Everything is going to be all right. And then when Brunson went down, they're like, hey, man, you still nervous about Brunson? I'm like, bro, like 30 minutes ago, y'all was telling me to relax. Yeah, hey, let's talk about that, man. Thanks, John 17, man. I want to talk about that really briefly. Right. I want to speak to a thing that I saw on social media. Right. On social media, I saw where Knicks fans are starting to regret both trades made by the front office. Right. I saw where a bunch of Knicks fans regret the OG Anunoby trade because Emmanuel Quickley and RJ Barrett are in Toronto hooping, right? And now Scotty Barnes is out for the season. And now the new Raptors, former Knicks, get the franchise to themselves for the rest of the season. So now Toronto gets to showcase RJ Barrett and Emmanuel Quickly. Now Emmanuel Quickly gets to play himself into that conversation of $20 million. Is he a $20 million player? Is he a $25 million player? Right? If Quickly gets that shot percentage up to about 44% and still shoots 40% from three, and all of those on high volume, Emmanuel Quickly may be a 29, 30, $31 million player. And yes, somebody is going to pay that. The reason why I bring that up, though, is because if they are shining in one place and our shiny object is injured, it almost make it look as if Toronto got the better end of the deal. Right? I was on X Friday or Saturday. I think it was Friday or Saturday. Whenever it was where we found out a bunch of Knicks fans had skeletons in their closet. I think there was like somebody put out a post about Julito wearing a Brooklyn Nets hat, and I knew already that was unreal. It may have happened, but I think he might have just been showing them love. And State of the New York Knicks podcast was talking about his Timberwolves and his Celtics, and I knew that was unreal also. It might have been, you never know, in a moment, you never know. But in between that and other tweets about the Knicks botching both trades, right? We were bashing not we. Let me rephrase. Let me restate. I say we as the fan base a lot. But basically Alec Burks was getting bashed for being trash, and the other trade was being bashed because OG Anunoby is always hurt, and for him to come here and be healthy was us dreaming. And so I'm going to ask you guys just your opinion on this. Do you guys think the Knicks front office did well in trade season? And I'm not trying to rip a Band-Aid off of anything or open an old wound or dig none of that stuff, right? But what I'm asking is, on March 4th, are you as confident in the OG trade as you were January 1st? And I'm asking, on March 4th, are you as confident in the trade as you were February 8th or 10th or whenever the trade deadline was? Honestly, I loved the RJ trade because I never liked Precious Achiuwa like that. But when he got here and I got to see him up close, I think he was exactly what I had been telling IKBM Dre that the Knicks had needed. And an Isaiah Roby, Nathan Knight, big body that can also guard on a perimeter type guy. Like the 6'8", 250 guy that could guard multiple positions. That's what I wanted. That's what I wanted, something like that. And so the fact that he could do that when he got here, I thought he was just I thought he was Jericho Sims, to be honest. And Precious got here and proved that he was more than just a energy big. OG Anunoby proved to everybody that he was worth everything that he was traded for, but he's injury prone. Would I have done the Detroit trade? That one is the one that I have a little consternation. Would I have done that one on March 4th? I'm going to say the jury is still out. Reserving the fact that once the playoffs start, I think we're going to see playoffs Bogey and playoffs Burke. Right? I think the vets are going to turn back the clock once the playoffs start. And I mean consistent Bogey and consistent Burks. Right? I think once the playoffs start, you're probably going to get about 13 a game from Bogey and about 10 a game from Burks, and dependable too. And I'm talking about a dependable number. I don't think that Shake Milton can be added to the playoff roster, though. I think that may have been done intentionally. Like I don't think that the Knicks wanted to have him for the playoff roster, assuming everybody else will come back healthy. I think they were good. I think they felt like they needed to bring in a body to help until the injury guys come back. And I don't blame them. Oh, Big Buddy says, yes, he's eligible. Okay. That's fantastic then. That's fantastic. If he can be on a playoff roster, that's dope. That's dope. So I was told by a confidant that, at the rate teams around us are losing, right? They're losing not due to injury. They're losing because they're mediocre, but the Knicks are losing because they're injured. That if we can just tread water until Randall comes back, then we still may be in place to be the 4 seed. The only thing about being the 4 seed, though, is you get Philadelphia in the first round if things stay the same, and Joel Embiid will probably be back. And then if you beat Philadelphia, you play Boston in the second round. And I'm confident that we can beat Boston in a 7-game series if everybody's healthy. If everyone's healthy, I'm super confident. But my thing is, what's the likelihood of everyone being healthy by the time we get to Boston? That's my deal. That's my deal. That's where my frustration comes in at. Right. All right, everybody. That's all I got. I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna holler at y'all later. Just want to jump on for a few minutes. I'm gonna try to see everybody in the morning if everything goes well. Thank y'all for thinking about me, man. As I get through the struggle with this SVT. You know what I'm saying? If it wasn't for the SVT, I'd probably rock like 3 or 4 hours. But things are what they are. You got to take care of yourself. All right, so I'm gonna get out of here. Peace, everybody.